Want to stand out on LinkedIn and attract more powerful opportunities? Here are 5 powerful ways to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Hi, I'm Dave and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways that you can optimize your LinkedIn profile to create a more personal connection with your audience and also leave a lasting impression. So let's take a look at this profile here. This is my LinkedIn profile, and what you have here is your introduction card. Okay? Your introduction card is the most important part of your profile because it's your shop front. It's the first thing your audience sees and the first place that they make their first impressions, right? Our job is to create a lasting impression, okay? How we do that is using the various different things that people see on our profile and using them to captivate that attention correctly, make sure they feel like they're in the right place, and make sure they know exactly what we can deliver for them. So what we're gonna look at first, number 1, is your LinkedIn header. Your header is really the biggest part of your profile and the most space that you have to advertise what you do and who you are. So if your LinkedIn header does not showcase any of the most valuable information that your audience may want to know about you, then you're doing it wrong. Most people will have a nice styled header with a nice image with their little logo in the bottom corner. But at this stage, our audience needs to know what it is we do. What can we deliver for them? Or if it's someone that we're trying to work for, a company that we're trying to reach out to, we need to make it very clear what our skills are, or what our level of, where our expertise lie. Mine says we teach you to master social selling. And I've said who it's for solopreneurs, for sales teams, for senior execs. What I'm trying to do here is use the biggest space on my profile to be able to say, this is what I do, this is who I do it for. We can use visuals, graphic design to make sure that it looks professional and make sure it looks the part. But ultimately, the end goal here is just to go, right, this is the first thing I see. I want to make sure, right, this guy does this person does this woman does this. And actually, that's something I want to learn more about. This is about our first impression. This is the first thing they see. Okay, so we need to get them to keep looking. So they need to feel like they're in the right place. If they read it and the subject matter is not the right space for them, then that's great because they leave your profile, meaning they're not the right people. And typically you're not someone who's going to be able to help them. One thing that we have to be aware of is that we don't try to cover every single topic that we know because this can be difficult. When we do that, although I've managed to encapsulate this into social selling, which is something you can do, if you go too broad with too many different categories, then your audience will feel a little bit blinded behind your level of expertise and what you can actually deliver. And don't go really broad, like it's for men or it's for women, right? Or it's for people. What you want to do is go specific. So high performing CEOs, or you want to say, this is for, I can do email marketing for larger businesses who are doing X, looking to achieve X, right? So think about the detail because that's important too, to make sure your audience feel immediately like that you're someone that they want to talk to. Number 2, our profile picture does a huge amount of work for us on our profile. You don't have to be beautiful. I'm not saying we have to be really good looking to make this work, or we have to post unrealistic face-apt selfies, right? This is about professionalism. It's about friendliness. Does someone look at your profile and immediately feel like their barriers start to come down because actually you look like someone who's friendly, someone who's easily approachable? And these things make a big difference on LinkedIn. I'm smiling in mine and may not smile as much on this video, but I'm smiling in my profile picture because I know that what that will do is disengage them a little bit to go, okay, well, this guy's got to be a bit more friendlier. This guy's going to be a bit more welcoming. Actually, he seems a bit more outgoing and approachable, right? It could play a big part. No sunglasses, no on the beach snaps when you're on holiday. People need to know that you're a real person. They want to see who you are and what you look like because we all do it. We've all been on Facebook looking for a name and going, what does that person look like so we can put a face to the name, right? It's something that we do to build trust. And actually, you're just smiling. It's professional. The lighting's right. It's not too dark. And that will make a huge difference in the conversion across the rest of your LinkedIn activity. Number 3 is going to be your headline. And your headline is this thing here. Your headline is a great opportunity for you to tell your audience who you are, how you do it, what you talk about, who you do it for. The same things as your header, right? But your headline follows you everywhere on LinkedIn. And I'll showcase that in a second. But really what you want your headline to do is tell them who you are. It's great. okay? But try to avoid things like sales. Sales kind of, as a title, it already alarms your audience to think that they're going to be sold to. Find a quirkier way of saying sales. You don't need to say sales. Business development can be a little bit more effective, right? But actually, all you're trying to do is tell them who you are without actually giving them alarm bells that you're going to sell to them. You can put this at the end of your headline if it makes you feel more comfortable, so that they read the rest of the value first. They know what you're likely to be talking about here: content, sales outreach, thought leadership, before they see that you're in sales. That means that they already initially understand, yes, these are the sort of topics I want to be known for. These are the sort of topics I want to listen to. And it can increase your conversion across the board when you get this right. The reason is because actually, when you look at someone's content, whenever someone posts on LinkedIn, you see this line here is your headline, and it's the entry point of your headline, the first part. That is what they're going off on first impressions to understand who you are and what you do. See this guy here, he said, helping legal firms frustrated by slow growth increase opportunities, right? Someone is immediately going to know exactly who this is for and what it does just from seeing this guy's content. Okay, they click on the profile, they can read the rest. If yours just says sales manager and that's it, it leaves nothing to the imagination. This is the same when we connect or when we message people too. It's the first thing people are seeing before they choose to look at our profile. Is it teasing the right information? Number 4 is going to be your custom button. Down here, you'll see a variation of different buttons that I can do when editing my profile. But if I was to view this as an external person looking at my profile, I wouldn't see this, but I would see this, visit my website button. This is a call to action part of my profile. It allows people to click here and visit a website, okay? Typically, we want people to stay on our profile, right? We don't want to navigate them away to a website unless that website is used to convert that traffic into something even more valuable, like an email address or an opt-in, right? If it's just a homepage on your website, bear in mind, if it's just a homepage on your website, what's going to happen is they're going to get lost on the homepage. They're never going to circle back to your profile, and chances are you've lost their attention. So be very careful where you direct them here. How you add that is by going to edit my profile up here, scrolling right down to the bottom and seeing the edit custom button at the bottom here. You can actually do link here too, and you can put in a custom link, okay? Direct them to the website and put the link text ready to create great content. And that will then appear on my profile in blue like this. Or I can choose a premium custom button and select from any of these options. Bearing in mind where I take them is really important, meaning I want to convert that traffic quickly, okay? Another great thing about this part of your profile is actually that it follows you again. It follows you on your content. Book an appointment. You see that there? Mine would say visit my website, etc. All we're doing is maximizing our ability to convert the traffic that we do generate, okay? So using these features on our LinkedIn profile will give us the best chance. Number 5, our featured section. If you go onto your profile and scroll down here, you'll see your featured section, right? If you don't see that, what you want to do is click add profile section here, click recommended, and then go to add featured. Your featured section really is an opportunity, just like your banner, just like the introduction card, it's an opportunity for you to convert the traffic on your profile into something valuable, okay? I've got a content course here, which I direct people to, and I've got a summit that I want to advertise. I can put an array of different things here, such as one of my most recent LinkedIn posts. I can put a newsletter. I can put an article. I can use a link or media, right? The reason we're using this is because, as you see on my profile here, and many people will convert this way, if you scroll down through the profile, this is almost like an advertising point. Do not waste that traffic or that opportunity or that space to convert people into a wrong place. Make sure it's very clear where you want them to go, why you want them to go, and make it as frictionless as possible for them to go there, right? When I want to edit this, what I can do is actually I can add an option here. Let's say I want to choose a link. I can put the link to this blog, right? And actually what it's going to do is give me a thumbnail, right? A thumbnail that's the social preview of that link or that website at the moment. What we actually want to do is go in and edit that thumbnail ourselves to be something very specific like I've got here, so your audience know exactly why they should come. Create endless content ideas in 60 minutes and produce social posts that stop people scrolling. It's a no-brainer, right? Why wouldn't someone click that if that's a message that impacts them? Okay, so driving that traffic somewhere valuable is going to be really important. It can be to a testimonial, it can be to a case study, it could be to a recent post promoting your event. Think about your thumbnail and visually how that looks, and look at it like an advertising a tool that you can showcase some of your best skills. It could be a CV if you're someone who's appealing for jobs. It could also be an achievement of yours, right? Something you're proud of, something that represents you in a really valuable way. But just understand what you can do here as well is, as I've got with my two examples, this one here, when I click on it, what it does is it actually takes you straight to the page. Okay, it's frictionless, it's very quick, it's straight to the page. But when you click this one, it takes you to a second opt-in option where you click view after a second click. What may seem simple to you is the fact that, oh, it's 2 clicks, right? But every time that we do an extra click, it's an extra piece of friction that our audience may not take. So bearing in mind, if you add a description when you create something, let's just add this link back in. If you add a description in here, what happens is it actually creates a 2-step process. If you leave the description blank and put the detail in your thumbnail, you get a frictionless journey straight to the landing page. So there you have it. 5 ways that you can attract people to your LinkedIn profile. You can convert their interest, hold their attention, and leave a lasting impression. If you found these tips useful, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell to keep up to date with any of my next videos, and keep an eye out for my next video, which will be about how, when, and what to post on LinkedIn to create an effective content plan. I'll see you in the next video.